Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dead team. I'm Peter. Rick is away on holiday, so today I'm doing a solo review of Brahmāstra Part One, Shiva. A young man on the brink of falling in love gets his world turned upside down when he discovers he has the power to control fire and a connection to a secret society of guardians.
So Peter, what did you think about
Brahmastra Part One, Shiva?
I thought the action scenes were really well done and they kept me interested. I liked any scene where they were using the Astras, which is their powers. It's got some really exciting set pieces. I really liked the visual representation of the Astras. So for example, when a character is like using the full force of their power, you'll see like an image of a bull or a monkey behind them, and I thought that was really, really effective. It was kind of different to other effects that I've seen as well. And I liked the world building of the movie. It was interesting, and they used animation to backfill the story, which I liked. I think maybe if you're not aware of Astras, the story might be a bit confusing. I watched a couple of videos before and I read some information about it, so I was able to mainly follow the story. The two leads playing Shiva and Isha were very likeable, and I think that everyone would like their partner to look at them the way that Isha looks at Shiva in the movie. And I also liked the three main villains, especially Janoon. There were some actors that stood out during the movie. The actor playing the scientist and the artist, they had a really good presence, and I would have liked them to be in the movie more. They couldn't because that wouldn't have served the story, but their scenes really stood out. And also the actor that played the guru was quite charismatic, and I think he'll have more to do in future films. The film looks really good. The visuals are impressive. The cinematography looks really good. It looks epic at times. The director seems really confident using his own style, and he's equally adept at filming large-scale action scenes as well as more quiet, intimate moments in the film. I felt like there was too much time spent on the romance angle of the story. There were like quite long spaces between the action scenes. And I like character development in a movie, but I felt like there was perhaps too much, especially in the case of Shiva. And that was at the expense of other characters. So for example, we know a lot about Shiva and his backstory and his parents. But Isha, for example, I've left the movie not knowing much about her except for the fact that she loves Shiva. Now, musical numbers are something that I'm not used to in movies. Like in Western movies, we'll have musicals that you'll go in knowing that the cast will break out into musical numbers. So when it's in just a normal narrative and then all of a sudden like the cast break out in a dance and a song, it's a little bit jarring for someone that's not used to that. But like in the case of RRR, that was probably one of my favourite moments of the film. This one, not so much. I didn't really enjoy the musical numbers in this, and I sort of felt that they took me out of the movie a bit. There wasn't a lot of humour in the film. It was very dark and serious at times. They were playing for the end of the world basically, so there were high stakes, but it would have been nice to have a few more jokes thrown in just to lighten the mood a bit. So the story of someone ordinary who finds out that they're special and have powers, that's a story that's been told for as long as stories have been told. So Western audiences might be reminded of Star Wars or The Lord of the Rings or Percy Jackson or The Matrix while they're watching this, but I think that the filmmakers did a really good job of making this film mostly fresh and had an original take on that story trope. I have mixed feelings about this movie. Like there were things that I've mentioned that I didn't like, but the parts that I did like, I really liked. So I think that it's made me interested to see where the story goes, and I would like to see the part 2 dev. I think I went into this expecting a more action-packed adventure type movie based on what I saw in the trailers. So I wasn't expecting that romantic subplot would be such a big part of the movie. So if you go in knowing that that's the case, perhaps you wouldn't be disappointed in some of those elements. I would recommend this movie to people who enjoy world building and mythology, and just a different take on a story that most people know and love. Thanks for watching the Superpower Deer team.
Yeah, if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like and subscribe, and please, we really appreciate comments in the comments section, so leave a comment if you feel that that's the way you want to go.
And if you click on the bell, you'll never miss an episode.